Hey there, happy holidays. And as the year comes to an end, I just can't help but think about all of our clients. This year has been an uncomfortable one for the market. And that trust that you place in myself and in the advisor team and really the entire Rooted team is something that's really special. And I not only think about that relationship and that trust, but I also can't help but think back over the past year in terms of some of the events and the interactions that we've had. We tried some new things this year and it went really, really well. For example, our Bring a Friend events. We titled them a wine and wisdom type of event to begin the year. And we had a sommelier come in some of our northern markets, and that was an amazing time. We've done beer tastings and brewery tours. We even did a meal together as our last event at Grovestone in Champaign, and it was just an amazing time to get to know not only our clients, but maybe even friends or family of our clientele a little bit better. So thank you for coming on out if this is you. And also keep in mind that we're going to have an initiative to do events just like this in 2023. So keep your eyes peeled for that. Also, our client appreciation events. We typically have done these where we have one in our more northern markets, one in our more southern markets. We had the Rooted at the Zoo event. We titled it the Roo at the Zoo event here in the office. And I know my kids enjoyed it a ton. They couldn't stop talking about the animals and the carousel. And it just was an amazing time. The food trucks, the drinks and refreshments coming over from Little Beaver Brewery. And it was just awesome to see the outpouring of folks there in the Bloomington market, but also folks coming over from Champaign. It was just an amazing family event. And then to follow that up, this fall, we actually flew in Josh Sneed. Many of you have seen him on Comedy Central, but it was just an amazing time where we had clients come from all markets and drive to downtown Kankakee to the historic Majestic Theater and had him come in to share some laughs. And of course, we shared some food and drinks and so on and so forth together. But that night was just a lot of fun. It was something different that we've never done before. And as I start to think about other things that we've made an attempt for, but maybe not executed really well on, it's supporting those charities in our community. Things like Ronald McDonald House this year. As many of you know, my wife Jenna, which has some input here at the office as well, she took upon herself to run the marathon in Chicago this fall, and she decided to join the team for Ronald McDonald Charities. And so we got behind that to maybe not only help her along and boost her level of confidence with those cheering her on, but also if anyone has ever had a child in any need, you know exactly what I mean in terms of even if it's just the cold and flu, let alone if it's something much more serious. Some of you know that my daughter Archie, one of the twins, our youngest child, she needed to have an MRI. We had a big scare, and I tell you what, we went up to Larry's in Chicago, and it was just an amazing experience. There was a big influx from Ronald McDonald House at that particular hospital, and at that point, we knew that was something we wanted to support. We didn't realize that it would come in the idea of Jenna running a marathon, but I tell you, it's just a moving experience. And as I think about Chicago, I'll wrap this video by saying one of my favorite trips of the year is to our Ambassador event. This year we ended up taking 2 charter buses and we went to Wicked, the theater show, a Broadway theater show in Chicago, and it was just amazing. It was the first Broadway show that I had personally ever seen, and I tell you, at first I didn't know how much I would enjoy it. It's just an amazing experience. If you've never been in that setting, it's hard to explain. But we had a 5-star meal. We ended up following that up with just an amazing opportunity to see Wicked and have just front row seats for our clientele. And maybe that's a good segue or a good reminder of our Ambassador program. It's something that we just get no better compliment than having you refer us to your friends or to your family, maybe colleagues at work. And this time of year, maybe you're wrapping up with some holiday parties, or maybe you're seeing your family here for Christmas or the upcoming New Year. we would love to be a top of mind when it comes to sharing a little bit of the rooted story and that connection that we hope that you have with not only myself or the advisors on the team, but really with the entire team, because I will tell you that this entire team here at Rooted Wealth Advisors is very passionate about making sure we help our clients to and through their retirement years. And so once again, there's no better compliment. I'll even end by saying that our team will be following up to this video by sending out a short survey asking for some correspondence on what next year's event should look like. We had the Cubs game last year, private box, obviously all transportation. This year, once again, front row seats right down by the orchestra at Wicked. And we want to make sure that that event is top notch, because there is, once again, no better compliment we could ever receive than for you to share that with a friend or a family member. And once again, they don't have to become a client. They just have to sit down with myself or one of the other advisors, John or Joe, and we would love to share a little bit of the Rooted story and see if we can bring some value. So with all that being said, let me wrap by saying Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. We appreciate you so very much. If there's anything that my team can do for you, please let us know. Happy holidays.